if you could ensure being seen on these outlets right here, would you like to be seen on those? Do you think it would increase your credibility? Those are very, very beneficial to businesses and to their websites and getting them boosted up in the search results. So things a successful business really needs right now is the right amount of exposure to its target audience. They need web ranking and consistent search engine traffic. On top of that, though, they need kind of a social media presence or some sort of brand and authority presence out there, okay? People pretty much buy from others because they know, like, and trust them, or they recognize their brand and believe that it has some sort of authority. My biggest thing is that you need to be in front of your potential customers all of the time. Okay, all of the time. And of course, you need to have a proper funnel to monetize. That's pretty much what you need to have a successful online business of some sort. But in order to do that, you need to be able to attract potential customers. They have to be able to find you, your product, your service, whatever, on the internet, in this case on a search engine. I guess the best thing is to say is that building media authority, and what we discovered while doing PR strategies and by using PR, and we use PR for local SEO and local media. So what we realized is that getting media authority through media attention helped these businesses all increase their conversion rates, also increase their web exposure because they started ranking higher. But there's other benefits from getting media authority and getting PR. One of the benefits for this media stuff is that they get a high ranking for their keywords over long term. So as they continue with this strategy, it continues to increase the overall result for it. Okay, so savvy business owners out there that have started using these strategies start seeing results. Another thing that's really interesting is that backlinks from news sources and backlinks from news domains was one of the most highly correlated factors tied with having new backlinks when it came to sites that ranked on the first page of any of the search engines. Is that PR and news submissions are top tier when it comes to building quality backlinks, plain and simple. When you submit a news or press release, you do one action. You just do the submission of that release. And what happens is that you have the potential to get syndicated on several high authority news sites and PR sites and newspaper sites and radio stations. That garners you more backlinks. It's going to these high authority media sites, which is fulfilling the other highly correlated factor of backlinks from news domain. And I get two of the biggest search engine optimization tactics that are out there and things that Google rewards all automatically without doing that actual work. So what it does is it builds more authority through perception, and it helps you shape your narrative by being in PR and news. You get the backlinks, which helps your sites rank higher, and you have increased brand recognition and perception of positivity. So that's going to give you the ability to frame your product or service. You can also use this to build lists and do all sorts of stuff. Okay. And PR Newswire is kind of one of the world's oldest PR services. Now, if you notice right here, it says 400 words in the press release, and that's $775. That's almost $800 for 400 words. Each additional 100 words is $200. So if you wanted to get 920 words or so, $1,770, and that's if you wanted to have 920 words. Now, if you want to have an image, you're going to tack on $600 right there. So we're talking about $2,370. Now, I want to point out these folks don't even write it for you. So you have to also write the press release or pay somebody to write it for you. Now, here's PR Web. Now, folks know what a PR Web is. If not, it's a press release submission. And now they'll say, oh, okay, $499 sounds a little bit more reasonable. This is also for only 400 words, and then they charge you for each additional set of 100 words. And again, this doesn't include, images, and it doesn't include other stuff. All right, so here's the deal. Google recently slapped a bunch of websites, and these guys almost ruined it for everybody else that's out there, okay? So what separates us from all of them are the following factors. A lot of these sites are merely content farms. If you notice, if you go to their press releases, they use everybody's content. Basically, you're the content provider to monetize your content with ads all over it. Now, a lot of these sites have also built blog networks, and I'm not saying that PBNs are bad necessarily, you just have to do them smart, but they built blog networks, and then they tried to pass them off as legitimate and real news sources when they weren't. They were just PBNs that they owned. So what we did different is this. We don't rank based on the strength of our own domain. What we did is we rank based on other domains like the news sources and the radio stations and the TV stations, because Google's not going to go out there and knock out all of the main affiliate and main stations for CBS and NBC and Fox and ABC and all that, Boston Globe and all those guys, are they? Next thing is that you can use these news media sources to rank in the short term while these sites start getting some recognition with Google, and those are going to boost your sites up that you're linking to in the press and news releases to get them up higher. You can use these things as trusted authority news backlinks that Google likes. Now, we leverage the trust of the real news media, real sites, to get more media exposure organically. And the best part is we decided that we're going to do all of the hard work for you and completely done for you, so you don't have to really worry about all these factors and variables and writing it and the logistics of that. And we wanted to do it in a way that was low cost. What it is a news release is basically the same thing as a press release, but it's more focused on hitting major news networks, places like Fox, CBS, NBC, ABC. Now, good exposure puts your company in front of the world, but the problem is that a lot of business owners don't think that they have anything worthy to write about. Anything out there, things like acquiring a new client, reaching a milestone, putting a video training up, or a white paper, or a free report, or shooting an article, or blog post, or podcast, or celebrating anniversary, hiring an employee, introducing a new product or service, getting a good customer testimonial. The biggest thing about this is that you folks can just go out there and use these other press release submission engines, but you're going to pay a lot of money, and you're going to have to do it yourself. So you guys can do the research yourself. You can do all of that. You can write it. You can write all the right words. You can go hire somebody to write it, hire somebody to manage it. You can write all of the right stuff, do all the on-page SEO, and use the right, hopefully, submission engine. You can keep track of the whole mess and try to figure out who's talking about you, who's doing the social stuff, who's syndicated you and all that. But you guys don't want to do that. You guys just need solutions to problems, and you don't need to actually solve it yourself. And that's why we want to do it for you. And if you guys and girls and all you folks out there could use a system that took all of the work out of the process and gave you the following benefits: increased traffic, right? More customers, higher search rankings, more exposure, more brand recognition, higher perceived authority, increased overall SEO benefit for your sites, your products, your services that you're linking to, and all of this without doing the work, would you do it? So all the research is done for you. So we research the topic, we research the keyword, we do all of the writing for you, we do all the editing for you, we do the submission for you, we do the syndication for you. We create a report of the syndications that go out on the news networks for you, and then at the end of it, we do the backlinking for you. We built in rejection handling and things like that. So if these things get rejected, they can be rewritten. And we'll make sure that our writers give you the quality of press release that gets syndicated. Okay. And the funny and really good thing is that we went out there and we figured out a way to get automated reporting on all of the press releases that are going out there. So as the syndications come in, we basically will real-time add them to a report, and it's dynamic. So in a month from now, if somebody syndicates a story, it gets added to the report. What's really cool is that we will go out there and we will also do the backlinks for you. But the collateral effect for you by using these strategies is going to get your website and anything you're linking to ranking higher in the search engines, because you're giving it what Google likes. And you can rank your site's web pages, social media stuff, videos, anything you really link to. Rank articles, releases, any other media. Content posted to these sites ranks extremely well. I use it to rank my social media profiles as well for brands and keyword stuff. You can increase your social media profile engagement and your relevance from people on these platforms by using this stuff. Okay, so you got a few choices right now. You can learn how to do the entire process properly and stay up to date, or slave over a desk, or manage the whole thing. And if you don't do it, you're going to watch your competition fly by. Or you can use a system that's been designed. So if you do it yourself, the cost breakdown of a press release for a US-based writer is anywhere from $50 to $250 for a good quality press release to be written. If editing occurs on average, it's going to cost about $50 per edit. If you guys do a submission to a submission service, let's just say the lowest tier 1 that I showed you tonight, that's only $400, okay? And so I'm just going to say just that one right there. Syndicated backlinks or backlinks to syndications, 50 to 100 bucks, and your time, which is always, as far as I'm concerned, price. The bare minimum, okay, the lowest cost proposition you're looking at for something that's quality is about $800, okay, and that means you have to spend the time managing it and all that stuff too. So that's $800, not including your precious time. Now these folks out here put exactly what we've been talking about and these strategies and used our system to get these kind of results. Do you guys see this right now? You see Gold IRA. That's a over $1 million a year affiliate keyword right there. What about this one right here? Fitness Shoes Las Vegas. Now what you notice is, and this is something that we noticed too, is Google was putting all these news results at the very top of the search results. So before you even got to be the first result in Google, like the first legitimate search engine result, they were putting news results above you. So we thought, hey, if we do this in the news, we can basically take up the news spot, which is above the first ranking, and we can take hopefully the first ranking or something on the first page and get double the exposure on the search engine. So we designed this so it would do that. And that's kind of the whole point. So you can take up more real estate. If you're there, it's less chance of your competition getting clicked, and it's also more of a chance of perceived authority, right? It's kind of what it's all about. New lending program, right? His commercial property lending program. I want to show you this right here. So here's that product, and on this product, what you're going to see right now is you see it's cellulite cream. And what's really funny, and I want to point out a couple of things, is this: the sales rank for it. The worst day in the product's sales history of 2 years was the day before we did a news release. And what happened is the worst it had was right there, and then the next day it was the best day in the product's history of 2 years. Okay, so here's the results from the money. So what you're going to see right here is within this time period, they had 24 order items, 31 units ordered, $923.45 in that 3-day period. In the very first day, on the very first release, $419.30. Okay, so what I want to show you here is this is our service, kind of the front of the service. And what you're going to notice is a ton of different press releases. We do a lot of press releases. We've got well over 1,000 small businesses, Amazon, and consultants using our service, and we're growing at a pretty amazing rate. And what you notice is it's pretty clean and all that stuff. Every single client gets a different company page. You have proper SEO structure and stuff like that, social media on there. But you also notice on their company page, every press release they have on here gets popped on here too. So this is basically a media room, a private media room for every single company. What's really awesome about this is that we have RSS feeds set up for every company, every press release, and every account. Here's the structure of a press release that's actually posted on our site. And what you'll notice is we got all the sharing stuff on here. We automatically convert it into a PDF. Here's the RSS feed for this individual press release. All right. We have links to their pages or to their company pages, links to their social media. So this is an embed of their actual social media on their site. We have links to local websites. This isn't all of the sites that syndicated the story. This is just local to their area of Jupiter, Florida, which is Money Show. And we have links to some of their other press releases that are in there too. So as you see right here, these are different local news sites that picked up this story. So what you can do, so you can basically do an iframe of a website on any page that you want to, that you put out there. So, and here's at the bottom, this is what I want to show you. Here's an iframe at the bottom. This basically, you could put in a customer website, you could put in a video, you could put in an autoplay video, you could put in a opt-in, you could put in a lead capture, you could put in an Amazon product, anything in there, so they can read about the news story and then go right to your product if they want to. They can go right to a contact form. It's a fully functional website, and it's optimized for mobile as well as regular web.
Hi, I'm Rodney Folsom, President of New Media Technology. Call or text me at 979-557-2112, and I will personally help you get your news, press release up and ranking your product, service, or website immediately and get you on the first page of Google. Thanks for watching.